Hi everyone, this is Lady Di Saves with Farm Boy.
Hello everyone.
But it's not a game night. This is my very first sinking fund stuffing since I stopped stuffing my sinking funds on Moterm Monday. I decided I wanted to use the money to play savings with and put into savings challenges, and then once those savings challenges were fully funded, then I would take them and stuff them in my sinking funds. Well, it's overdue. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fully funded sinking funds. Whoop, I just lost one of these. And
an extra 5?
And an extra 5, and I'll tell you where that comes from. So Farm Boy needs to be here and help me because this is going to be a humongous job. One reason I need his help is because a lot of the money that's in my sinking funds is already in the bank. So we're using prop money. And because these are longer term savings, most of them, a lot of the money will go into the bank after I stuff and condense. So I needed Farm Boy with me to help me so I don't make any mistakes. I got something very special and I dressed for the occasion with my red jewelry. I got this pick and pull game from HeBudget. He is HeBudget, he creates on Etsy. And this game you use to help you stuff your envelopes. So it's like a randomizer, they call it in the budgeting world. Comes with these little ties to hold them together, and you will get to see it in action. It comes with a case that says pick and pull. And so yeah, go check out HeBudget's Etsy if you enjoy and like what we do here today. So that, I've been waiting for this so that I can do this stuffing because it is long, long overdue. So the very first thing we're going to do is, Farm Boy has no idea even what my sinking funds are. One time we were talking and I mentioned what they were, and he's like, that shouldn't be a sinking fund. And I was like, yes, it should be. He didn't agree. So I decided I should listen to him more because he's usually right. And so we're going to go through these and make some decisions, and maybe he can understand why I have some things as sinking funds. This is my marshmallow binder, by the way, that he may think that shouldn't be sinking funds like Etsy and Amazon. So we're going to take a stroll through these things. We're going to count the money total that we have, and I'll tell you where it came from. And so one of the first things I want to show you is this sweet new prop money I got from Ren over at Mischief Managed Budgets. I loved that it came with lower denominations. It was a digital download. It has ones. Isn't it beautiful too? All the birds. Ren loves birds, and so do I. And so I saw someone using this and I was like, I need to go see that. And so I got it just for this occasion because I needed more prop money. Didn't I, Farm Boy?
No.
Farm Boy doesn't think I did. Look at these. I needed these. They are so beautiful. And so there's ones, fives, tens, 20s, 50s, 100s. She has you covered. It has everything, and they're beautiful. 200. She even has 200. I've only seen 200 from this one from Australia that Tassie Binder sent me. That's the first 200 I've ever seen. But Ren made one, and 500, and she has one that's 5,000, but it's not right here with me because that's way out of my league. So just wanted to show you that real quick.
Okay.
So Farm Boy.
Yes.
Let's move these over. Here's my prop money. There's my real and prop money of my savings challenges.
That's to be distributed.
Yep. And we don't need this right at the moment, so I'm going to move that. So these are my sinking funds.
Okay, so let's go through these.
Now, of course, let's do it by priority. Priority number 1, marshmallow. And even within my marshmallow binder,
Do you have 2 binders with sinking funds
yes,
in them?
because this is a really special binder. This binder was given to me by Sharon on my birthday. She gave me this cute little white doggy binder chain.
Okay.
Binder charm. And this is from Tracy from Golden Girl Budgets. And this is from Louise. She sent me stickers. And so this binder was made by Chelsea over at Cats Ate My Budget. And it has not only marshmallow, and this is the main one we need to save for, because this envelope is what will buy marshmallow when we're able to get a dog and find the dog we want. Then you have, now all these don't really need to be stuffed yet. I mean, I'm guessing we don't even need to start dog birthday. Or real, I mean, we could do a little bit. Maybe we could even just put it to 50. Something like that. That was another thing I wanted you to help me with, because you were saying my sinking funds as they were just like open-ended forever. I had no cap on them. So maybe you could help me come up with how much I should save. Like dog vet, I need to save a lot more than $50 from what I heard, because I was watching Reinventing Renee and she took her cat into the vet and it was $90 for one visit. And that is way more than it used to be about, 10 years ago when we brought our dog. We probably don't need to save much for dog food quite yet. Dog emergency. So there's subcategories, but the main one is marshmallow. So there's this one, just so you can see real quick, Farm Boy.
Yeah, almost with that one, you could just keep it at marshmallow, right? Marshmallow and all things marshmallow, and just have one sinking fund that you distribute at the time that you're getting the puppy.
I could do that. I don't know if I want to leave them completely empty.
No, we could just assign an amount to them.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about, and then we just fill them up to that amount.
Yes.
But then all the remainder goes in the main marshmallow one.
Yeah.
And to be distributed later. Okay.
So this one, I was already thinking about what you were telling me, because I didn't really have an amount to fully fund them yet. This this is a sinking fund. I have Savings Challenge Happy Meals. This one's a sinking fund. And so you need to save money for shipping for when you have a giveaway or all my Happy Mail when somebody sends me a Happy Mail, I send them a thank you and a Happy Mail back to them. So I need shipping for that. So since I already have saved this much, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, I think that's nothing, 80 something.
92.
92. I figured, well, might as well make it even 100 and cap it at that. So that's, just think he's making faces at me. Just think, Farm Boy, while I'm talking. So
I think you're making this overly complex, but okay.
I probably am, and that's why you're here. So just first listen. I used to have this one. I had cash binders. Now, this is when I began in January, and I had nothing. Now I have a lot. A lot of binders and a lot of savings challenges.
Let me count the binders.
No, don't count them right now. They all have a purpose.
I didn't.
Actually.
Yes, I believe they do.
So I had at the beginning cash binder, and Little Helpful Files made this one, and Etsy, Amazon, and was that all for binder stuff? I think that was all. Oh, and one more, Rock the Shop, and this one's different. So we'll talk about that when we get there. I was thinking that's where this $5 came from. It came from cash binder, but I have all the cash binders I need, and what I want for my cash binders can be bought at Etsy and Amazon. So I'm going to take this $5 out and put it with my fully funded money here and redistribute it in there. So then I have my Etsy, Amazon, savings, and look, I have $20 in Amazon. Sweet 16 is for Cheyenne, just a long-term savings if we move where we could have a horse someday, maybe for a horse, maybe for to help a car, or I don't even know. I've never even done anything like that. So it was just something I wanted to save for. Home savings, this one is for a couch, I believe. Yeah, this one's for a couch.
Okay.
For when we move. This one is just in general when you move, you want to buy new shower curtains, towels, stuff like that. So that was just some general home savings for when we move. This one I know probably needs a cap, so garage sales. Canva is $12 a month, I believe, and so I need to save for Canva, and I don't know exactly how to do that as a sinking fund if I'm doing a big stuffing. Rock the shop. Now this is an important one. Even if I'm not buying on Etsy because I don't particularly need anything or whatever, Rock the Shop is something special we do. We choose one person in the budgeting community and we go rock her or his shop.
You just buy stuff from
We
them.
buy something and we not only buy it, but we
Promote
use
it.
their savings challenges
Sure.
during that month. So
Makes
I need
sense.
to save money for that. And I wrote fully funded at, and so I probably need a cap for that. And then this is treat yourself. That's just something for self-care, like a massage or chiropractor, which I'd really love to do
okay,
someday.
so let's
so
stop.
those are my
Let's
sinking
stop
funds.
let's
Oh
stop
wait,
it.
one more thing to say. Lately, I have not had money for birthday because usually I just never started a sinking fund for birthday, basically. And I just take it out. I have the three categories in my MoTerm wallet. Goodwill, shopping, and miscellaneous. So when a birthday came up, I actually would use it from there or groceries. And it's probably better to have a sinking fund for birthdays. That was one thing. And then the other thing was, all of a sudden we have a 13-year-old and now she wants clothes. So I thought I'd better have I do have in my MoTerm wallet, I put $10 a week in there. But we just spent it all in one shopping trip, whatever you want to call it. One was at a store and one was online. So
Okay.
I thought I'd better have at least these two more. Okay, now I'm done. Those
Okay.
are all. That's my mess.
Okay, so I have a question.
Help me, farm boy, help me.
Okay, so the first question that I have is for you and for everybody out there in this budgeting world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm used to finances.
Uh-huh.
I've been doing finances, obviously, for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm used to accounting, but I'm not used to the exact terminology and things that are going on in the budgeting world.
Oh, okay.
So I have a question, and that is, how do you? So I have in my own mind how I would do something. Okay. But my question is, in the budgeting community
I might not know the answer to
that
this,
you're a
farm
part
boy.
of, how do you decide if something is a sinking fund or a budgetary item?
What do you mean a budgetary item?
A budgetary item is something that you put money in each month. Okay, say.
Like my Canva.
You
Like
got
Canva?
that, but you got Canva in a sinking fund. No, like groceries.
What I understand about sinking funds is those are the categories where you know that it's going to come up, so you're sinking funds into the envelope so that you have the money there when it's time. That's what I know of sinking funds.
Okay.
So they can be both, really.
Well,
I mean, because groceries are that, but I wouldn't.
Well,
you can have a sinking fund, a grocery sinking fund, and you can have your budgeted monthly, weekly grocery section.
Here's why I ask. Is normally a budgetary item is something that you have and you put money in it for that month.
Right.
Okay. If you don't spend that money,
I do it weekly though myself.
Or weekly.
My entire world is weekly with the money you give me.
Or weekly.
And that's another thing we have to say, so that everybody understands that might be watching, is this is just the money that you give me to take care of the home needs.
It's not just.
This is not our
It's not just
income.
What you do is very important.
Well, okay, it's hard to explain.
I know.
Farm Boy pays the bills and he does all the boring stuff.
Yes.
And the important stuff that needs to get done. I just buy the groceries and everything you guys see in my Motor Monday.
This isn't a just. And this is a very good thing. I'm going to, promote you and say, you know what, Lady Di, that you have made my financial life a lot easier in the last 6 or 7 months.
Yay.
Okay,
You got to get me a little teary when you say
that's big. You've made it a lot easier, especially when we've had a lot of financial burdens, additional burdens placed upon us, right? Between more expensive groceries and more expensive insurance, and everything has gone through the roof, it seems like, in the last year. Anyway, but you've been a huge help to me, and this has all been wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, if I could put a plug out there to other husbands or significant others, I would say, if your spouse is or
get your wife cute binders, cute stickers, cute envelopes. Spend some money on Etsy and let her fly.
Spend a little money.
Some bling pens, whatever it takes, so that she'll save money.
The reward is well worth it. Okay, but let's get back to the question at hand. Okay, so normally, in my experience, okay, you have budgetary items. Those are monies that you set aside X amount for, let's say, for a week. So you put $100 in groceries.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't spend that $100, all of that $100, the balance of it goes back in the general fund at the end of the week, and you put, and then the next week starts off, you put $100 in there.
What's the general fund?
Whatever you want to do with it. For you, it's savings challenges, right? Because you take all the leftover money and do savings challenges, right?
Yep. I take all my rollover, and that is the money we have for Friday night game night, and I do a little bit with it before Friday night game night.
So those are considered like fixed. Well, they're variable expenses, but you've got a fixed budgetary amount. Okay, so then you've got other things in there. So what's something else that you do that you allocate at the beginning of the week? You've got groceries. You've got
what are my
your categories?
Categories in my Motor Monday.
Yes,
wallet.
Exactly.
My categories are groceries, eating out. Personal, household, clothing, Goodwill, shopping, miscellaneous, and plants.
Perfect. So you have all of these things here.
And this clothing is quickly becoming not enough with a teenager.
So you've got all these things here, and you allocate all your money and put them into these different binders, folders, little thing. Okay. And these are all of your planned expenses. But at the end of the week, if you haven't spent the money for some of this, you pull it out and you use it for savings challenges.
Yep.
It's what you call your rollover, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I also use what I don't, from the $350 that you give me, what I don't stuff in my wallet goes straight to savings.
Okay. This down right here.
Okay.
So keep that thought in mind, what these are. Now, your sinking funds are normally, or a sinking fund in my mind, is normally something that you're saving towards that may or may not have a cap on it.
Right.
Okay, may or may not. It could be marshmallows an open-ended sinking fund at this point.
Yeah.
There's no cap. Couch.
Yeah.
Probably going to have a cap on it. Okay. The vet, probably going to have a cap on it. These other things, so that when you get there, you stop putting money in it.
Right.
Okay. Now, so you see how those two things are different, right? I'm saving towards a goal with my sinking funds.
Yes.
Okay. This is for expenses.
Right.
Okay, so right now you've got some expenses that are in your sinking funds.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Like what?
Canva is an expense.
Oh, okay, you're right, it is.
Okay, every month.
Yeah, Canva. I could have it here instead.
You could have it there.
But I don't want it in my wallet, though.
So that's an expense. It should be here somewhere in one of these things.
Okay.
It could be in miscellaneous, right? These miscellaneous could cover a whole slew of things.
No, I'd rather just put another thing. But where do I put it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to.
I don't want it in my wallet. Should I make a binder?
Well, you can have it on a folder.
Should I make a different binder
you can
for
have
all these ones?
You can have the same envelope. You just put it in. Yeah, she just put it in a different place, and you just put the money
That's what I'm
into it.
saying. Yeah, I'll keep my envelope, but I just need it. I don't have any binder that.
So what we need to do
like
is we need to go through your sinking funds.
Okay.
And we need to say, okay, first we need to figure out, is it a sinking fund or not?
Okay.
And if it is a sinking fund, then we need to see if there's a cap for it.
Okay. I think
Now
this is going to take a little bit of time, so I'm actually going to set pick and pull aside because we actually might have to make 2 videos.
That's okay.
So
we can make 2 videos.
Yeah. I'm going to put this right there.
Okay,
so what are we going to do here? Sorry, I interrupted you, I think.
Nope, you're fine.
Did you finish what you were saying?
Yep, I finished. I'm done.
Okay. So what are we doing?
So pick a binder. One of your
which
sinking
one?
fund.
You tell me which one you want to do
Marshmallow is
first.
going to be easier. So
Okay,
let's look at marshmallow.
let's do marshmallow.
There's almost everything in there. So marshmallow is a sinking fund with no cap. So there's nothing you have to do with
well, in my mind, I know how much I want to pay for a puppy. So there would, if this was just to buy the puppy, which was what it was in my mind, I was thinking
$3,000.
Well, I know they're like about $3,000, but I kind of don't want to pay that much for a dog.
Right, you don't have to.
I want to pay only like $2,000. In my mind, it's like if a dog costs more than $2,000, that's a lot. But I want a healthy dog though, and so yeah, if I came up with one, especially since we haven't found a house yet, and we're not like, oh, let's find a dog. Let's say $3,000.
Okay, so you need to make a note somewhere on there or in your
Well, I
books.
just have this, and I can do it right here.
Yep.
So you have a really nice handwriting, Farm Boy. So in red.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
maybe down here total, up here, right on here. I mean, where? How do you do this?
All you would do is somewhere on here.
Category.
Yeah. And see, here's if you're beginning balance. That's where you carry your balance forward. So I'm just going to put it right up here. How about right here?
Sure.
Okay. Goal. 3,000. There.
Okay.
Now, it wasn't the neatest handwriting, but kind of sloppy there.
So the goal is 3,000 for the marshmallow.
Yep. And this is all marshmallow.
And we're about a third of the way there.
Third of the way there. Okay, go to the next one.
Dog birthday.
Okay. That's probably something you do after you have.
That's what I'm thinking.
So that one just.
So dog supplies.
Dog supplies. That is something you need.
And I have actually started gathering stuff already. So.
Okay, so you need to come up with a goal for how much supplies.
I think I'd rather do pink on that pretty one. So Farm Boy, write neatly this time. Right here.
You want to do it right here?
Yes, right. Supplies.
No.
Right there.
No, you want to use gold because you already have supplies.
No, I know, but this goes with this, so that would be supplies, and your goal would go up there.
And probably something like $200.
Dog vet.
Okay.
So right, vet, and what you think the total should be. And what do you think? If it's $90 for one visit, I think it's going to need like $500. Yeah. Hey, we thought the same thing. Yep. Food and treats. That I just happened to look, and it's like $40 for a bag of dog food now.
Right. So
remember, it was $19.99 at Costco when we had Angel.
Yep. So depending on how you do this one, it might not be a sinking fund. It depends on how often you buy food.
That I have no idea. Maybe friends, can you tell me how often a little dog would go through a bag of dog food?
So you can
once a month, once every 2 weeks. I don't know.
A little dog is going to eat a little bit of food.
That should have been green because it's a pink background.
And we just do $50. Although I have a feeling that the dog's going to be eating gourmet. Okay, dog emergency fund. Oh, how is this different?
Let's hope that no dog that we never have a dog emergency.
How is this different from the vet?
That I don't know. Maybe somebody steps on the dog's paw and it breaks its little toe, and you have to bring it to the vet. Can you guys tell me what dog emergency is as opposed to dog vet? I don't know.
I would say for right now, that I would not stuff this one. I would just wait.
Sounds good to me. And then that's all for now that I kept in here.
So good. So you got marshmallow, and you've got a very ugly.
There were more categories, but I took some out.
Yep.
These are just the ones I'm going to use.
So we've got a goal of $3,000 for marshmallows. Fine. Birthday, we're going to wait on. Supplies, there's a goal of $200. Vet, there's a goal of $500. And dog food, we get a goal of $50, so that when you get marshmallow for the first time, you have the money to buy the food right off.
Okay. But
And
it
dog
probably should be
emergency,
higher
don't know.
than that once I have marshmallow.
Yep. Okay.
So that's done?
So you've got those. And in this now, so we've got, what do we have? One.
No, this isn't one. This is one. That's just stickers that I like
Right,
to
I'm counting
look
that
at.
together as one.
Oh.
2, 3, 4. So there's 4 marshmallow.
You want to
sinking
jot that
funds.
down so we don't lose track?
No, it's fine.
With our
I just think
planning?
there's 4 active ones.
Well, we're going to need to know that once we get pick and pull out.
Well, probably what you'll do is you can do is, we'll figure this out, but you probably do marshmallow as one entity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then things go to marshmallow, or you could have a couple of marshmallows, and then you could figure out how to divvy it up. Okay, so now we're going to go through these. Now, you can do this as a Happy Mail as a sinking fund, but this again seems like something that would be more miscellaneous oriented. But if you're going to spend $100, then I guess you could do this one. So it
I
can
don't
be
know,
a sinking
Farm Boy.
fund.
You help me here.
Well, you're almost done. You've got $92 in it, right?
Yes.
So we can $8 more. Okay, Etsy should be a budgetary item.
What does that mean?
That means just like you have Goodwill.
My friends agreed with me that Etsy is a sinking fund. They're on my side on this one, Farm Boy.
They want to spend a lot of money at Etsy.
Yes,
Okay,
but we like to support our budgeting friends, like pick and pull, and like dashboards, and like savings challenges, and like prop money from Ren.
Then if you're going to do that, see, the problem is with your.
It can have a cap.
The problem is right now with your Etsy.
Yeah.
Okay. There's never anything in it because you always spend it every month.
Yeah.
Okay, you always spend it every month, which indicates that for you, it's a real expense. Other people may not be spending stuff every month.
Yeah, so I could do both. I could dump sinking funds money into an Etsy envelope, and in addition to that, have another place that I save for Etsy.
Or
and Amazon.
What you could do is this. Okay, for Etsy is you could have a budget item, $10 for Etsy or whatever, okay, a month or a week or whatever. Okay, if you don't spend that money, instead of putting it in your rollover, then you put that money in your sinking fund.
That's a really good idea, Farm Boy.
Okay, so nothing goes in the sinking fund except for the money that comes from unspent Etsy money.
That's kind of like a rollover.
Yep, but it doesn't roll over general, it rolls over specific.
That is a great idea, Farm Boy.
So, but you need to have a cap. How much are you going to cap your Etsy?
See, here's a goal. And what do you think?
Okay, so a goal is something that you're trying to reach for, like marshmallow and those things. Okay, this isn't a sinking fund with a goal.
Okay, then what do you mean?
This is a sinking fund with a cap.
Okay.
That means if you haven't been spending money at Etsy, which probably won't happen, okay, you only want to ever have $50 in here at most.
No.
You're going to just have it unlimited.
I'm thinking at least 100.
Okay.
Because if you want to get like a physical item, this was a very good price, but like this or a savings challenge book, items like this or up to a savings challenge book is anywhere between 25 and 60 bucks. So
Okay.
I'm thinking at least
100.
100.
Okay.
At least.
Okay. So you could write it, remember, that the goal, you could write 100 on there and just remember that that's your cap.
Okay.
So you won't ever have more than 100 in here.
Okay.
And once you, like, say you got 100 in there and you had leftover money from your Etsy, okay, at the end of your week, you'd have a choice. Am I going to go burn this money on Etsy because I've already reached my limit? Or am I going to roll it over and use it for savings challenges?
Right.
Okay.
So how much should I be saving per week for Etsy?
What do you do right now?
Nothing.
Where does the money for Etsy come from?
So, okay, let me explain this part. So see how I have the $60 left?
Yep.
Before I stopped stuffing my sinking funds on Moturn Monday, what I used to do is I had my sinking funds here, and I would divide it from the $60. And then my sinking funds started to grow, and I didn't have enough money. And so that's what really motivated me, more than super cute savings challenges made by Managing Marcy, so I'll go to bed and earn my $5 a night. So I was depending on going to bed and getting off my phone and earning that $5 a night because I needed it to stuff my sinking funds. So once I stopped doing it like that, and I felt like I had plenty of money to do savings challenges every week. Now you guys are hearing the method of my madness, and so is Farm Boy. I kind of was like, aha. Why am I stuffing my sinking funds and stressing about the fact that I don't have any money for savings challenges? I'm going to stop stuffing my sinking funds and I'm going to use it all on my savings challenges. And then once my savings challenges are fully funded, then I'll put it in my sinking funds. And that was the moment I started going into Etsy debt and Amazon debt. Because I kept buying from Etsy and Amazon. So I was either taking it out of my wallet, using like my shopping, my my miscellaneous, some grocery money, and some other things. And then I just went in debt because I had kind of a pressing need to get a few things when I had my 500 subscriber giveaway.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that what you need to do.
But I just, real quick, I wanted to say I made a decision. I was realizing it might work for me because I overstuff my groceries, and that works for me. I know that in my mind, but people who watch might not know that I do not need $200 a week for groceries. And so I have wiggle room there. And since I overstuff it, I can use that money
for other things. So you probably should.
But to be a better example to those who are budgeting and watching, I really should be taking I should be stuffing groceries with like 150 and taking $50 and putting it in miscellaneous and using that money from a miscellaneous envelope, because I think that would be a better example for. Yeah. So for all my friends watching, because not everybody knows that about my grocery envelope. Right. And so, yeah, I just wanted to do right there. So that I wanted to say that real quick.
Okay, so I'm saying that I think that you should have a budgetary item. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Remind me what budgetary is. So for
an expense that you put in your little your wallet thing there. On your
my Moturn
Monday in your wallet, but you don't have to put it in your wallet.
Okay, I need a whole new binder for that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think there's one hiding. 13, 14,
and marshmallow. 15.
And there's probably more.
You guys 15, have 15 binders.
17, 18.
Yeah.
18.
Well,
binders?
No.
18.
Maybe
even more.
Those two.
I didn't even count those two.
Oh.
Well, I missed that one too.
Okay. Yeah, that one.
Over 20 binders.
That big one's
okay,
just
let's get back to this.
Those two are holders of savings challenges I'm not using.
Okay. Well, I think on your wallet part.
I have a binder. I just need to put it to use.
So I would add for your miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Okay, all we need to do is change that and do miscellaneous / online.
What are you talking about? So
Here,
here's my next
No. Let's just look at this one. Here, where you got miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Okay, we just do miscellaneous. I'm not actually going to write on
Here,
this.
go ahead and write, but use this.
No.
Show me what I need to do next Moterm Monday.
Maybe with a pencil.
That's a friction pen. It's erasable.
Okay. So you would do something like miscellaneous / online.
Okay.
Okay, online would then...
But stuff it with more.
Yep, because online now is Etsy,
Amazon,
Canva. Okay, all
but
of your online expenses.
I don't
And
put all the money in my wallet, though. So
But
what would I call the binder
You
for
could.
this extra
With
thing?
this
Because
miscellaneous online, you could put all the money in your binder.
I could, but
In your wallet.
once the week is over, I will be taking it out. I unstuff that
Yep.
every week, and I need a place to put it. So what would I call that binder? Because so far, that binder now has 2 envelopes. It has this one and Canva.
It has Etsy, Amazon.
Oh, I'm taking Etsy and Amazon out
Yep.
too? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So these, because they're not part of your regular, I mean, they are in a sense, but they're not part of the randomization
okay.
thing that we're doing. Those ones are fixed. They only ever get money that you don't spend.
Etsy,
Amazon,
Amazon.
and Canva. Or you can put them at the very back.
You think this one goes in there too, right?
Yeah, but it's almost done, so I don't care about it.
Okay.
Those are definitely sinking funds. That's not a sinking fund. That should
Well,
be an
I just didn't know where to put it because I didn't want to keep it in my wallet or I might spend it. So garage sale's not a sinking fund because you sink money into it. It is a sinking fund.
Let's stop.
I think we don't know what sinking funds are.
No. Canva comes out.
What about Rock the Shop?
That's fine because you have a reason for that. You want to build up a certain amount of money so that when the time comes, you have it there.
And what about
You can do the
myself?
same. You can do the same thing. That can be. You just have to
And
now. For all of these, we've got to go back through and we have to put caps on them. So you only have a certain amount of money.
Right.
Okay, but I want you to look at this.
I'm looking.
Garage sales.
Yeah.
What's the difference between garage sales and Goodwill?
Garage sales are only in the summer, and I wanted to make sure I had money once garage sales started, so I started saving for garage sales. And I haven't even gone to any.
Okay, but what's
And we're already in July.
What's the real difference between a garage sale and Goodwill?
Like I just said.
Okay, but Goodwill.
I don't know how to answer that, farm boy.
You know, you're going and you're buying used goods. That's what
Yeah.
a garage sale is. You're going somewhere and you're buying used goods.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you're doing with. You could have thrift. You could put all that together, and you could have had one fund that said
Well,
thrift shopping.
I don't think I could have done that because then I would have spent it at Goodwill.
I know. I'm just saying that you could. Okay. The point being is that garage sale really should be with Goodwill. They're really one and the same. But these,
In a different?
You can put them in a different one eventually, but right now just put them at the very back.
Okay.
Put them at the very back.
We're definitely going to have to make this
And you'll have to.
two videos.
Next Moterm Monday.
And what about this? Where does this
Okay,
guy
so this
go?
he's going to go in here too. And just put him in here. Okay, so now let's go back through these. Starting at the first one.
Okay.
You got Rock the Shop. How much money do you want to have in Rock the Shop?
Well, like, if I would have,
If it's a sinking fund.
if it would have been HeBudget's pick and pull, I would have needed, not for this alone, but for the total, at least $50. So I'm gonna say somewhere between $50 and $60. Maybe even $100 would be
Okay,
good.
but most of the time, the things that
Most of the
you
time
get
they're
$5,
unless
$6 or
yeah.
whatever, right? Every once in a while that there's something.
Well, like the tic-tac-toe thing, that's
Yep.
about the same.
Yep.
Because because when you're in the shop, you're like, oh, they have a cute little scratch off too. So that adds another,
Yeah,
$10,
yeah. And that should come out of your
$7,
Etsy money.
$5, $10.
That comes out of your Etsy because this
So-
is Etsy too. This is Etsy. Rock
It's kind of like going to Costco.
Okay.
You mean to only get one thing, and you might think it's going to be
Okay.
$20, $30, but then it ends up being 50 somehow.
Put $50. You've already wrote and fully funded it, but just put $50 at the top.
I feel like that's not enough.
Well, you always have your Etsy money too.
Can we do 60 though?
Sure, you can do 60.
60.
Yep, there you go.
Let's do 60.
Okay, so once that's at 60, we stop.
Okay.
Okay, so next, Happy Mail is already, it says right at the top, 100. Sweet 16, that's going to be...
I mean, if it's a car, this can be 5,000.
Yep.
Or a horse.
Yeah, probably for now, you could just kind of leave it open.
Okay.
This is the couch.
I have no idea how much couches cost. No idea.
Well, it depends on if you get it at Goodwill for $150
or
off the street for free.
Well, I wouldn't get it off the street because that would mean it's dirty.
Not necessarily. We saw that chair on the street last night.
Yeah, that was dirty, farm boy.
It was worn out.
I'm perfectly happy getting a used couch if I found one I liked at Goodwill, but I kind of would like to get something new this time for once in our lives. I don't think we've bought... Oh, no, we bought 2 new chairs when we moved here.
We bought a new couch.
Once, when we first got married. How many years ago, farm boy? How many years?
It wasn't when we first got married.
When was it?
It was when we first moved into the
first house. Right. Well, still, how long have we been married?
We have been married now almost...
Don't turn away or you won't get in the mic.
Almost 36 years.
Why'd you whisper that? Say it louder, farm boy.
Almost 36 years.
Almost 36 years. Why'd you say it so quiet?
I was doing...
Shout it from the rooftops, farm boy.
Almost 36 years, my dearest love.
And we moved into that house maybe 10 years after. 7 years after. 7 years, so.
Yeah, it's been about 30
years ago.
Yep.
That was the only new couch we bought.
And I think new couches are relatively expensive, so
I think they're probably $2,000 or more.
But that'll be a good start.
Okay, because you might help me. Doesn't have to all be on me. You just be like, "Yay, Lady Di, thanks." Right? Yeah.
Something
you
like
can
that.
help maybe.
Yep. Okay, so home savings.
I don't know. How much do you think might want to? I would say like 1,000.
Probably.
I might want to buy lots of new stuff. You have to use a friction. When it's laminated, you have to use, what is this called?
Sharpies?
Sharpie. Let's use a blue one. And when it's not laminated, use the friction or just a pen.
Now you're using this as a challenge or just as the board right now?
We'll see, when I was when I was stuffing my sinking funds, I would color in a little bit every $5 I put in.
Oh, okay. So $500 goal there for that one.
That's not enough. I said 1,000. We just said 1,000.
Oh. I was thinking 500.
Okay. How about you match, kind of like the 401ks at work? How about you match my 500, farm boy?
That's
I
not
like
the way
that
it works.
idea. Why not? That's how it works in the home. You wrote it. You match it. So if I don't know about that one. If I follow this, it's going to be 110, I'm guessing.
Okay, that'd be just fine.
I think I counted them.
Sure.
But if I want to go to a chiropractor, it's going to be like more than that. Yeah. So I don't know. This is just, I don't have to follow this. It can just be my dashboard. So I do want to do something like a massage or a chiropractor. So I'm guessing at least $300.
Okay.
That's just a guess. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever.
Okay. So now we're getting back to the garage. Now the garage sale one, you need to have a cap. Did we do a cap?
I'm already at 69, so I'm going to cap it at 100 just because I haven't even gone. I don't have time to do garage sales. You know what? One thing nice about doing Etsy
Amazon?
And going to visit on vacations. I don't have time for shopping.
Okay, so Amazon. What's the maximum you're going to have there?
I think, what do we do this one? I think
100?
I think 100 is good. I mean, I'm not really needing anything. it's Etsy more than Amazon, because this was mostly when I was building up my supplies and getting things and buying binders and.
Well, if you want to buy something for your Cricut or something.
You know what I might need rather than Amazon? I need to make my first purchase. I may just use this money to do it, of Temu. I want to make a Temu purchase and check that company out. So this is capped at 100. And then Canva. This shouldn't even be in here, I guess. It should just put it. Well, it goes with this stuff because it's a monthly expense.
Yep. Yeah, well, it doesn't really.
What we could do.
It's not a sinking fund.
What we could do is I not keep it in here, and whenever it gets pulled out of the account, you could just tell me, and I'll give you the money out of Motor Monday, once a month.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
I think that's okay.
Then I don't.
Yeah.
This is how people do it, though. They're like, if it's $12, I need to stuff, and I do Motor Monday once a week.
So you stuff $3 in that envelope every week?
I should.
But do you?
No, but I think that's what I should do. I should put it in Motor Monday and stuff it.
Okay.
So let me write that.
$3 every week.
So that's what it would be, $3 every week. So.
But I would just put it in the same. I would put it in this with this one, so it's online. So
no, that's completely different.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna have a Canva, a new category, and I will stuff it $3.
Yep.
So this will be $3. I usually like to write that in red, but $3 from now on. That will be in Motor Monday, and I guess I'll stuff it in here though, or something.
Yeah. You've got it on your budgetary item, but it's going to go into your sinking fund.
And then what did you think about these categories? Because we have a lot of family members, and to be honest with you, I don't have that much money in my budget for all of our birthdays in our family. I really don't. Brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, children. I couldn't do it if it was taken out of my $350. So, what do you think about that?
It's definitely
friends.
It's definitely something that should be saved for. But this is where you were talking about before, your high priority versus your low priority sinking funds.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things that I didn't see in here as a sinking fund is for giving. That's
in my wallet.
Okay, but is that a sinking fund or is that an expense?
Okay, this is how I do for giving. I save all my G-Bucks and put them in my Letterbucks savings challenge. And it goes, first I save up to 25 and then I save it to 50 and then it'll go in my wallet. That's what I've been doing.
Okay, but you don't spend it. You just save all of the G-Bucks.
Well, I just spent it on a gift.
Well, yes. But I mean, you don't spend.
It's for gift and giving.
It doesn't come out of your wallet when you do your rollovers.
No, I leave it in my wallet.
Okay.
Once I get it funded up to 25 or 50. Well, I started, before I only had the $25 Letterbucks, and now I have the $50 Letterbucks, so I think I'll save it up to 50.
Yeah, I think clothing, okay, for right now, what we should do is do the same thing that we do with the Amazon one, the online one. That is, make it a sinking fund, but what gets put in there is your unspent clothing money. So
but
you budget $10 a week for clothing, right?
Yes, but the problem is it's getting spent.
Yeah, that's fine.
There is no unspent anymore. When it was unspent, it just sat in my wallet, which was fine.
Yeah, but
so I don't need another place to set it.
No, because you only ever had $10 in your wallet.
No.
Because you pulled it out and rolled it over.
No. I left clothing in my Motor Monday wallet, in my Motor wallet, as a sinking fund. That's why it had over $60 or 60 something
okay.
this week. until I went shopping with Cheyenne.
Okay. Now you're confusing me, because now you've got sinking funds that are in your wallet.
Can you go grab my wallet?
No, it's fine. I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let
I
me.
would just continue doing.
Okay. Wait.
clothing
So
the
that
way
you
that
know.
you're doing it
So
now.
that you know what I do. These are my little envelopes in my wallet that I carry around with me. Groceries, I pull out what's rollover. Eating out, I cap it at 10 because I don't need any more, and I leave it there if I don't spend it.
Okay.
I don't stuff it any more than 10 because I only need 10. And once we spend it, I put $10 back in it.
That's fine.
Personal, household, and clothing stay in my wallet, and I just keep adding 10, 10, 10, 10 every single week.
Okay.
So these have like over 100 or close. One has over 100, one has close to 100, and that was about $60.
Okay.
And then Goodwill, shopping, and miscellaneous all get pulled out if I don't spend them, and go with groceries to roll over. And plants, I haven't been stuffing. If I do stuff it, it stays in my wallet like a sinking fund.
Okay.
So that I have the money when I need to buy something for plants.
Okay.
Sometimes I choose not to stuff it. So these are the ones I don't stuff sometimes: eating out and plants. I will always still stuff personal and household and clothing. Personal and household, I stuff no matter what because I know it's going to come up. So I don't stop stuffing that one. But clothing and plants, sometimes I just don't stuff it. Like I didn't stuff plants this time, and it just goes to savings challenges.
Well,
So then what do you think about this?
About
I don't really need that then in here.
No, you don't, because you're keeping it in your wallet. So you don't need it. So the only question, if you're saying it's not enough money,
Stuff it with more?
The only question is, are you going to stuff it with more?
Okay, that makes things a little less complicated just to not have another envelope then. Okay, so what about this?
And birthdays you could do. It doesn't hurt to do birthdays. You know, have something in there, but
what?
you probably don't want a whole bunch. So let's say, you know, a total of like $100 or something like that.
So
Just put total of 100.
okay, so those are my sinking funds.
Yep.
Now, I think what we better do, since
Yes,
this is about an hour long,
Yes.
is
To say good.
count the money. Should we count the money in this video, or?
I think we can just leave it. The money
Okay.
counting can be part of the next video.
So, this was getting my sinking funds ready. This is not pop through. Erg. So, here's a little tip. If you have one of these, this I think is a Cricut tool. It's a little, I don't know what it's called. Not a sharp stylus, but a stylus poker thing. So I use it. I put it on these and I poke my little holes to my envelopes when they're hard to poke through. Some you can just put on here and pop them right with the binder, but this one is really stuck on there. So that's how I do that. So there's a little tip from Lady Di. Okay, so we are going to end this video. So my sinking funds are organized and ready to be stuffed with the money I have saved to stuff them with. And that will be in another video using Pick and Pull by HeBudget to do that. Where's Marshmallow Binder? Let me get Marshmallow. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that husband and wife budgeting discussion. I learned a few things.
I learned a lot.
Farm Boy learned a lot of things that he never knew that I did, and he didn't know the method of my madness. Now he does. So
You can leave those like that because you're just going to get them out again.
I just want to put them in the thing.
Okay.
There we go. We are ready to count these gobs of money that I've saved. You won't believe how much it is. I was going to wait and be surprised with you guys, but I decided to count it and I was like, whoa, that's amazing. So there's, for me, a lot of money here to stuff in my sinking funds, and I'm so excited to do it. Thank you for watching us have this little husband-wife discussion, budgeting discussion. Thank you for coming along with me as I learn how to do all this stuff. Farm Boy, it's probably not good of you that you did everything all these years and I did nothing. It probably wasn't good. At first I would say you were so good to me because you took care of all the responsible stuff, and I just took care of, well, you guys learned that I have 6 kids, so I took care of the kids, the dogs, the house, and all that kind of stuff. So Farm Boy did everything that had to do with money, and he just gave me money whenever I needed it. And so I didn't learn anything. But now the kids are grown up, and the last child is growing up, and it is time for me to learn stuff. And probably I didn't really want to learn stuff for a while there because it was just too overwhelming.
Well, yes, and there were some bad experiences early on in our marriage, if you will remember.
What? I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Like creditors.
Bill
yeah, I do
collectors
remember that.
And
we didn't want to answer the phone. And
yeah, because we were living week to week. That's probably, hand to mouth.
I think that's how a lot of people start out. Well, I just thank you for all the years that you took care of everything for me. You probably should have forced me to take better care of what you gave me and learn more how to do things. But as Elle from the Winning Wallet says, it is never too early and never too late to take good care of our finances. And so it's not too late for me, and I'm doing it with Farm Boy's help. So stay tuned. What?
I'm thankful for your excitement and all that you're doing. Well, you're doing a good job, Lady Di.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned. The next video will be...
You have to watch out for that Big Mama.
Oh, I'm mad at Big Mama right now. She just
does
not do anything I want her to do.
I watched your video today.
You know what? Okay, I'm not so mad at her today because I counted this up with Big Mama, and I'm so happy with what she told me. She's on my good list right now. She did a good job counting this. But my Motor Monday, she plays with
more
me.
Than what's there. We'll
my
find out.
Motor Monday, she plays with me, and I was about ready to throw her across the room. So stay tuned. Next video, we'll be using pick and pull to stuff this gobs and gobs of money right here with Farm Boy. He's going to help me do it. And so is HeBudgets is going to help me do it in an indirect way by using his pick and pull game. All right, guys, we'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Is like a sinking fund. Farm Boy, you need to turn your thing off.